Hi, it's Vex, and today we got EDH deck tech, but not just any EDH deck tech. We have Godo, but not just any Godo deck. We have cEDH deck tech. That's right, competitive EDH. That's right. You thought I was just a casual, filthy casual. No, I'm a filthy competitive casual, whatever that means. So this is a cEDH deck, meaning we're breaking our rule of no reserve list cards in decks. This deck is chock full of reserve list cards, well, at least the red and colorless ones, that we could put in it. That's right, maximize our power level. We are playing at a full 10 power, well, 9.5. This is not the tier 1 list, but whatever. You know what I mean. Anyways, Godo, let's read what Godo does. 5 in red. Legendary creature, human barbarian. Barbarians are actually important. When a Godo Warlord, Bandit Warlord, enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an equipment card and put it into the battlefield. If you do, shuffle your library. So you just, it's kind of like Stoneforge Mystic, but it costs 6. It's a legendary, but it puts it right onto the battlefield. The next important part is whenever Godo attacks for the first time each turn, untap it, and all samurai you control. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. All right, there's no samurais. I guess the barbarian isn't that important, but it's just fun to point out. So what we want to do is Godo is essentially a 1-card combo. And what you want to do is essentially do this. Play Godo. Search out Host of Helm of Hosts, sorry. Put it onto the battlefield with Godo's ability. So you do all pre-combat. And then equip Helm of the Host to Godo. So what Helm of the Host does is, let's actually give a quick read. 4 colorless is legendary artifact equipment. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a token that's a copy of equipped creature, except the token isn't legendary. So you can make multiple Godos. If the equipped creature is legendary, that token gains haste. But the token does stick around forever. It's amazing. So equip 5. So what you do is put Helm of the Host onto the battlefield. Pay 6. Put Helm of the Host onto the battlefield. Godo's ETB ability. Pay 5. You equip Helm of the Host, and then you move to your combat phase. Once you move to your combat phase, what you do is you make another token of Godo, right? So now you have a token copy of Godo. Godo can search out other equipment like Hammer and Nizan, which auto-equips right here. And then what you do is you just say, you have this Godo attack. You just keep this Godo back because you don't want to suicide that Godo. Have the Godo attack. Next turn, you don't want this Godo to die, so you just attack the player that can't kill it. Next turn, and then you have this Godo. Both Godos actually will trigger. Well, if you attack with this Godo too, but it doesn't have haste. So you attack with a hasty Godo, and it says whenever it attacks for the first time each turn, untap it and all samurai you control. After this phase, there's additional combat phase. So you untap this, and then go to your next combat phase, and then make another token of Godo. And search out more equipment, blah, 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 blah. You essentially go infinite. You get infinite attack phases, infinite Godos, and then you swing for lethal. So that is how Godo works really well. This is the card inside your deck. This is a card in your command zone. What you do is you just count to 11 mana, pay 6 mana, get Helm of Host onto the battlefield, pay 5 mana, equip, go infinite, win. Right? Easy enough, right? So how do we get there? Well, we do have some equipment here. Let's talk about some equipment. We have 4 equipment pieces, so it's not that many. Helm of the Host is the most important equipment. Sometimes you would fetch like Hammer of Nizan first, because it costs 4. Let's read what Hammer of Nizan does. It's actually next most important equipment. When Hammer of Nizan or another equipment enters the battlefield under your control, you may attach that equipment to target creature you control. So this auto-equips and makes everything else auto-equip. So this allows you to cheat the equip cost. And the equip creature gets +2/+0 and has indestructible equip 4. The cool part is the auto-equip part. The other 2 equipment are just there if you need protection or removal. Conqueror's Flail. The important part is as long as it's attached to a creature, your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. So it's the Grand Abolisher text, or silence text, I guess. And then Agentum Armor. Whenever a creature attacks, destroy target permanent. So those are your 4 equipment pieces. So the idea is to get to 11 mana as fast as humanly possible. You can get it on turn 1 because we are playing reserve list cards and we do have the Jeweled Lotus in our deck. So this is the deck. Put it back here. This is the easiest way to do it is Treasonous Ogre. This is the most important mana generator because it allows you to generate 11 red mana. Let's read Treasonous Ogre. 3 and 1 red. Dethrone. Doesn't really matter. What matters is pay 3 life, add 1 red to your mana pool. So you pay 33 life, add 11 red to your mana pool, cast Godo, and then equip Helm of Host. Right? This gets you the win. I mean, you do have 3 other opponents trying to make you not win, but this is essentially what you want to do here. So with that being said, we have our mana. This deck is so choke full of mana, fast mana. We want to get mana fast. The whole point of cEDH, this deck, is to win and win fast. We're not sitting there. We're not dirtling around. We're not doing big things. We just want to win fast. All right. So we have our mana generators, producers, ramp right here first. Usually you save ramp for last, but this deck is all about the ramp. So Cryptic Trilobite. This is a new card from C20 actually, and lets you just bank your mana. Essentially, you pay XX, and then the important part is remove a +1/+1 counter from Cryptic Trilobite because it comes into play with X counters. Add 2 colors. Spend this mana only to activate abilities. We want to save up so we can activate Host of the Helm of the Host. I keep saying it wrong, but Metal Worker. Yes, reserve list card. Yes, add 2 mana for each artifact in your hand. Yes, amazing. That's why it's expensive. Dockside Extortionist makes tons of treasures. Helps you increase your mana. Simian Spirit Guide only increase your mana 1, but if this can help you cast Treasonous Ogre turn 1, it's worth the card. Burgi helps when you essentially play Burgi, and then every spell you play adds additional mana. Like Rite of Flame would add a Burgi mana and a Rite of Flame mana, so Burgi is very good. Jessica's Will, mainly use it for the mana so we can cast our commander, but if we do have our commander out, it's doubly as good. Seething Song right there. So red mana producers right there. Now we have our artifact producers. Lotus Petal. Again, we're not trying to have tons of cards or have card advantage. We're going card disadvantage with Simian Spirit Guide and Lotus Petal. I'll just put this here. I don't know why I'm holding it up. Right there. So let's just make 2 piles here. Lotus Petal quickly over here. Chrome Mox. Mox Diamond. Yes, again, more reserve list cards. This is super powerful. You're 2 for 1 you're 2 for 1ing yourself for mana on the first turn or whenever. Excellent. Mox Opal. You're playing lots of artifacts. This is like mainly a not half artifacts, but a lot of artifacts. Mind Stone, Prismatic Lens. It's not even a good mana rock, but it's a mana rock for 2. Got to play it. Arcane Signet, Felwar Stone, Everflowing Chalice. You can kick it twice, but usually kick it once. Mana Crypt, Soul Ring, that Jeweled Lotus that we're talking about. This is insane for this deck. This is a huge upgrade over everything. It's 3 mana to cast your commander. So the only thing you really want to do is cast your commander. Jeweled Lotus. Mana Vault, Grim Monolith, right here, Basalt Monolith. A new card from C21, Cursed Mirror. So this is a mana rock, but also it's costs 2 and red. Let's read it. As it enters a battlefield, you may have it become a copy of any creature on the battlefield until the end of the turn, except it has haste. So the thing is, what you could do with Godo, take a quick pause and talk about this mirror. And there's also other cloning effects that help cheat mana. You play Godo, you don't actually get Helm of the Host, you get Hammer and Nizan, right? You equip Hammer and Nizan right there. So that's 6 mana, 7, 8, 9. So you use 9 mana instead of 11. So this is the way you cheat on mana. You pay Curse Mirror, ETB copy of Godo. You obviously sack it because of legendary rule. What you do get is get Helm of the Host, and it auto equips because Hammer and Nizan, and bam, you start smashing in. So, or what you can do is just play it on other turns, copy your opponent's Dockside Extortionist or whatever, and then next turn it just becomes a mana rock. So it's useful in many different ways. Put Godo right here. All right, so we have this back. So that's how it works right there. That's how the Hammer of Nazan really synergizes with the deck. Third Dynamo, Core Clan Ironworks. Again, we're just counting to 11. We only need 1 red mana and 10 colorless or generic. Manifold Key, this lets you untap some mana rocks and stuff, so it is, or our 2+ producing rocks like Soul Ring or Mana Vault. So it's kind of like I consider this a mana rock itself. Or it can be target creature can't be blocked if necessary. I've never used that part. Another way to cheat on mana is equipment cheating. So the first one is Brass Squire. Tap to equip a target creature you control. Bam, Magnetic Theft. Instead of paying the 5 to equip, you pay 1. It's very good. The clones here, as we talked about. Twin Flame. Choose any number of target creatures you control for each of them, but a token that's a copy of that creature onto the battlefield. Again, this works with the Hammer of Nazan, and it costs 1 in red, so super cheap. Heat Shimmer, same thing. Panharmonicon, it enters the battlefield. It lets you equip. So how this works is it works with Dockside as well too. A lot of things work with Dockside in this deck. You play Panharmonicon, you play Godo. It triggers twice. The first trigger will get your Hammer of Nazan. The second trigger will get your Helm of Host. So you can put this in the battlefield ahead of time. Back here. So tutors, we have Gamble. We're gambling for Treasonous Ogre most of the time, or whatever Dockside or whatever answers we have. Exhibition Map. We are playing against a very heavy blue meta because cEDH is mainly blue and now greenish. Exhibition Map gets Cavern of Souls, gets Soul Lands, gets a bunch of stuff, wherever you need. Imperial Recruiter gets you your Treasonous Ogre, Dockside, etc. Goblin Matron gets your Dockside or your Creator Maker or some kind of answer if you need it. Direfleet Daredevil, so these are the Graveyard Advantage cards. Here, cast Direfleet Daredevil, you could, if you have more than 11 mana, you could protect your stuff. You hey, I Direfleet Daredevil for a counterspell in your graveyard. If you do anything, I'll cast your counterspell against you, like a Flusterstorm or whatever. Excellent. Or, just use a Brainstorm. This is very generically useful. Goblin Welder, get things in the yard, put things back. Goblin Engineer, same thing as Welder. Dreddy. So they all have the swap things from the graveyard to the battlefield text. Dreddy kind of does it too, but gives you some card selection. So it's very good. Here we have some protection spells. We are playing, again, a heavy blue meta. Pyroblast, main deck, I know. You're like, crazy. Like, what if no one's playing blue? Then, well, I'll use Dreddy to discard it. Or just, it is what it is. Red Elemental Blast, more blue. Ricochet Trap. It's free. It costs 1 red if somebody casts a blue spell. But still useful. It's very expensive. Deflecting SWAT. Use it to, this is kind of like a semi-counter spell. You play Godo. If they try to kill it, you deflecting SWAT something else. They try to counter it, you deflecting SWAT the counter to itself, or deflecting SWAT. Welding Jar, sometimes they destroy your artifacts, you gotta protect them too. Then we have some removal spells. Remember that God and Creator Maker that you could Imperial Recruiter for. Deal 2 damage to target creature, destroy target colorless non-land permanent. It's there. Vandal Blast, this is a very artifact heavy meta. As you can see, we got tons of artifacts here. Everybody's playing Mox Diamond, Chrome Mox, Lotus Spell, all that jazz. Their own Dockside Extortionist, you can Vandal Blast them all away. Or destroy 1 artifact if necessary. Abrade, more artifact destruction, Chaos Warp, generic removal, Bolt, good removal. Again, we're not trying to make the game go long. We're trying to just find our spot, find our opening, play Godo, and win. Shower Skull Smashing, Pyrokinesis, Sweltering Suns, little board wipe, Rolling Earthquake, more board wipey. We are playing a red deck, so you have a little hate in here, as in Magus of the Moon, right here, turn things into mountains. There are a lot of non-basic lands. Everybody's playing the Thoracle combo, and that means there's only a true singleton deck, even including basic lands. Magus of the Moon hoses those combo decks pretty hard. Blood Moon, same effect. Ruination, destroy all non-basic lands. Everybody's playing non-basic lands like crazy, unless you have the I can't think of it, the the green one. But this usually works really, really well. Stranglehold. This is insane. Opponents can't search library, so it's kind of got the red opposition agent text, but you can't search your library for stuff. But the cool part is your opponents can't search libraries. Everybody's got fetch lands galore, tutors galore, demonic tutor, vampiric tutor, all of it. So this shuts it all down, and then it shuts down extra turns, which I rarely see, but it does. Cursed totems. You can't activate abilities and creatures. Everybody's got elves and stuff. You gotta just shut it down. I know we have treasonous ogres, but it is what it is. Defense grid, low protection, so you get less counter spells on your turn. Card draw. We need our Wheel of Fortune. We don't have a lot of card draw, but again, we just need to execute our plan. That's it. Wheel of Misfortunes. That's it. that's the end of card draw. We have Final Fortune, just in case we need another turn, because we don't have our full 11 mana. We can cast Godo, cast Final Fortune, take our next turn, win. Be careful with this one though, because you do lose at the end of that next turn. So here's the lands. The lands, we try to produce a lot of 2 mana soul lands, Ancient Tomb. That's right, Sea of Traders on reserve list. Crystal Vein, we don't care. As long as we get to 11, we don't care. We sack it for 2. Same thing for Dwarven Ruin, sack it for 2. Sandstone Needle, you get tap for 2 twice. Another important land is Cavern of Souls right here, where it makes our Godo uncounterable. That's where our Human and Barbarian come into play. You probably would name Human. That's very, very important in a blue heavy meta. Gemstone Caverns, we gotta get ahead on mana. And then some utility lands, Blast Zone, Buried Ruin. If somebody just destroys your host of Helm of the Host, I keep saying it wrong, get it back. Command Beacon, get your Godo back. Sometimes your Godo just dies. It happens. Emergent Zone, cast spells though they have flash. Venture Sphere gets Corkling Ironworks or wherever you need. Great Furnace, this is an artifact. It produces red mana, good with welder, metal worker and such like that, or welders, and some basic lands. Of course, white border, right? I mean, he's got trolling with the white border lands. Anyways, that is our Godo deck. That is a super fun, super fast deck. Again, sometimes cEDH decks go long. This deck is not meant to go long. You could cast Godo up to 3 times in one game, but if you're casting it 3 times, you're not doing, something happens. So you still could win. All right. So with that note, let us shuffle this up and take it for a spin. But before then, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to get alerted when I have new videos. I'm venturing the cEDH world. Going to play more cEDH games when things open back up. I found a shop that has cEDH. It's not my regular shop, but a shop that does have cEDH gameplay, so I might go try it out. I think it'll be really, really fun. So if you enjoy cEDH, tell me in the comments below, and I'll maybe make more deck techs. So it's super fun. Anyways, I'm gonna shuffle this back up, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back, and I forgot to mention, mulligans in cEDH are real. You can't do 7, no lands, do 7, do 7, do 7, do 7 until you get a playable hand. No, the mulligans are real. You do 7, you get the free mulligan, do 7 again, and then you go on 6, 5, 4, 3. So, but again, with that rule in mind, with the London mulligan, don't forget to mulligan aggressively. You want to keep a playable hand. You cannot keep unplayable hands. It's just not going to happen. All right, let's see what we got here. Deflecting Swat is good. Protects our stuff. Mana Crypt Abrade. Gamble's good. Okay. So if you don't see it here, this is a possible turn 1 win. So let me show you how that works. We don't even see our 8th card. Bam. Okay. So that dice might not change. Play our Mana Crypt. Play our Mountain right there. Tap Mana Crypt and Mountain for a Seething Song. Right there, that is 5 mana. Right there, so 5 red mana. We're just going to keep it there. And then what we'll do is use one of the red mana to cast Gamble. The reason we use Seething Song is we don't want to, we only have 1 red, and we want to keep more cards in our hand, so our Gamble would not throw away the card that we're tutoring for. Of course, I'll let you guess what card we're tutoring for. Right here. Let's see if we find it. Treasonous Ogre. Of course, I told you this is a very important card. We'll tutor for this card here. We'll just shuffle the deck real quick here. And don't really need to shuffle because we might win this turn anyways. All right, you got 5 mana, so down 4 mana to cast Gamble. We tutor for Treasonous Ogre. Do is lay our hand out right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 we re-roll. See what card we discard. 6 re-roll. Okay. Don't hit 1. 5. So we'll just discard Final Fortune right there. What we'll do is we'll just play Treasonous Ogre for the rest of our Seething Song mana right here. We'll pay 33 life. We will cast Godo right there. We will take Godo. Well, first we're only gonna pay 18 life to cast Godo, just in case we're not gonna. We need Helm of the Host on the battlefield first, and then we'll pay the extra 5, 10 life, extra 15 life. Right there, Helm of the Host goes onto the battlefield. We also have Deflecting Swat in our hand, just in case any shenanigans happen. Somebody tries to do a Force of Vigor or something. We'll just Deflecting Swat. I guess we can't Deflecting Swat. Can we change? Yeah. We got Deflecting Swat somewhere. I guess if they do Force of Vigor, they choose these 2, and these are the only 2 targets, then you can't really Deflecting Swat. But like Nature's Claim or something, you Deflecting Swat to Mana Crypt if necessary. All right. Anyways, we'll pay our 15 life, equip, get infinite attack steps, and win. All right. I know that was a short goldfish. We'll just do a slower goldfish. Okay. So let me just shuffle this back up, and we'll be right back again. All right. We'll clear out our battlefield. We're going to draw some cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. This hand is not that great because we have 2 lands. Right. I guess we need to draw Spike another land because we get Mana Rock here, Mana Rock here. This is super slow. This could be a Dockside Extortionist. We don't have fast mana, so we're going to mulligan. Right. Let's just mulligan. We need some fast mana. Always take your free mulligan if you can. So we're going to mulligan this hand. Shuffle this up here. All right, do a quick shuffle. Bam, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's check this out. See this a little better. Okay, it's got faster mana. Chrome Mox, Jessica's Will, Quarkling Ironworks. So it's all mana. I mean, 7 cards worth of mana. It's not the fastest mana producing set of cards, but it's pretty good. I think if we want to imprint, we imprint Seething Song instead of Jessica's Will, because Jessica's Will can probably make 5 or more mana. So we'll take our first turn. We'll go. We'll play a land. We'll play a Chrome Mox imprinting Seething Song. We don't have very much to do, but the reason we do this early is because of Mystic Remora, Ristic Study, and all those shenanigans that might happen. Okay, next turn 2, draw Cursed Totem, so this helps us speed our way through. Okay, so what do we do here? We could play Jessica's Will, make a bunch of mana, queue up our Godo, or get Thurn Dynamo out in the world, or we could just play Crystal Vein, sack it, and play Thurn Dynamo right here. We got many options here, so I think what we want to do is play it a little slow. We'll go a little slower. We'll just play our mountain, play our Cursed Totem, and say go. Right. Turn 3. So if everybody got a bunch of elves on the board, they're just 1/1 do nothings. Next turn, Goblin Crater Maker, so more protection. So this is a more slower hand here. So it's turn 3. We'll play our next land. What we could do is tap everything for Jessica's Will. Say somebody has 6 or 5 cards in hand. That's 5 mana. We could play a Thurn Dynamo. So we have 5 mana. We have 1 mana left. Tap this. Play Quarkling Ironworks here. And then say go. So this is a much slower hand here, or we can save our Jessica's Will right here. So another option we could do is save our Jessica's Will. Remember, our Crater Maker is disabled by our Cursed Totem, unfortunately. It is what it is. We could just play our turn dynamo, and say go. Right, just take it slow. We might be dead anyways, so who knows. But this is one of our slow, much slower hands. Goblin Engineer does nothing, so this is the turn where we try to go for a win. Tap here, sack here. That's 5 mana, so we have 1 mana floating. So we have 1 mana floating here. We would cast our sack Curse Totem. Do this. Cast our Jessica's Will for 4 mana or whatever. Right, 5 mana usually. Say 5 red. So we have a 5 red mana here. We would use all our mana here to cast Godo. Get our, let's put this over here, Helm of the Host. I think I've said it right. I always say it wrong. Helm of the Host. ETB. Trigger. What we'll do is we'll just sack the Dynamo. Tap here. Sack the Chrome Mox. Equip. Bam. Then attack. That's if you live 4 turns. There are some slower decks that do last. Games do last 4 turns. I mean, not everybody's winning on turn 1. This deck has a potential win on turn 1. It doesn't always do it, but again, the thing is if you don't have counter spells, you just let everybody else counter each other's stuff. Find your opening. Play Godo. Win. So games do get more interactive than that first turn kill I showed you. Anyways, if you enjoy this video, enjoy my content, and if you want to see more cEDH content, reply in the comments below. I also have the deck list and TCG player affiliate links in the comments below. And I totally forgot to ask, don't forget to thumbs up the video, subscribe, hit notification bell, and all that jazz. And as always, have a wonderful day.